Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sambhu from Cloud Tech. Today we'll talk about AWS SQS, like simple queue service. Like what does mean? Basically, it is like simple queue service. Like it stands for simple queue service, and it's kind of like first in first order service. As it is a queue, right? Queue means, as we know, like who is the coming first, that will serve first. Like if I give the real life example, like if you are standing on that railway ticket counter, then in the ticket counter, who is coming first to that counter, he will get the ticket first, right? Something like that is the first in first out order. Okay guys, and what the real time application we can use, like it's a e-commerce or any event based application or many microservice kind of application, right? In that we can use this SQS service. Okay guys, now without the AWS SQS, right, if you are not using AWS SQS, then if your application is deployed in the AWS, right, then how it will be the problem? Let me explain that part here. So suppose you have one API server where that, like your front-end technology, like UI part, it is running on that API server. Okay, and we have one app server where our actual backend code or maybe database code, it is present in that app server. Okay guys, and these two app and API, they are directly communicating each other. Okay guys, they are talking each other directly. Okay, and whenever the end user raise a request to that particular API server, then API server directly talk to that app server, and then app server forward the response to that API server, then API server forward the response to that end user. But here what the problem actually? Problem is, think like your when the request is come to the API server, and that time API server process the request to app server, but during that time itself app server got crashed, it's got stop or something has happened to that app server, right? Then what the problem? Whatever request is coming from the end user to API server, that request will be totally lost. Like it's kind of like it's a it impact of the real time application, like it's impact to the business, right? Suppose if you are like e-commerce website, right, an e-commerce website, as we know, when the big billion day started, or maybe our like Black Friday kind of thing, when it will be start, right, then when many requests at a time, load will be that in that application will be more, right, many requests will come, right? So if this kind of communication is happen, right, then maybe there is a chance to lose your business, right? Many order can be cancelled also, right? So what could be the solution for that? Then we can use the SQS, like messaging service, like how it will help. So let's try to understand here. Now end user is making request to the API server, like a front end UI. Okay, e-commerce, think like a Flipkart or Amazon, we are making that order, all this thing, right? That UI, right? That is like a app server, API server thing. Then API server, whatever, like we are placing the order, right? That order, that message first goes to the queue. Then from that queue, like API is the producer and app is the consumer. Again, when app producing the message, then API is the consumer. Okay, reverse. So in that way, like suppose that app server goes down, right, the message will be still here. Then whenever app server will come up, right, then that app server can consume that message from the queue. So that's the advantage of using the AWS SQS. Okay guys, so keep in mind that point. So there is no direct interaction API and app, so that like we are not losing our business. That's the whole advantage of that using AWS SQS. Okay, now I will show you like how we can configure the AWS SQS in that AWS like console. Okay guys, so let's go to the demo. Okay, let's move on to that AWS console. So I have already logged in AWS console. This is my AWS Virginia region, and we can search here like SQS. Okay, and then simple queue service. Let's go to this and let's try to how it works. Like as I said, right, producer will produce the message. It will go to the SQS, and there is also encryption is there. If you want, you can encrypt also. Then consumer will pull that message, right? And the benefit of the features is like highly scalable, like I said, and durability and availability. And if you want, you can process the batch message up to 10 messages, up to 256 KB you can process, right? And use case, like these are the use case, they are saying NASA, these are the company they are using. Okay, and graded service. Okay, so let's create a queue first here. So let's go to the queue, and in that option, like type of the queue, there are two type queue is there. One is the standard, one is the FIFO. So let's select the standard, or maybe you can go for FIFO first. This will be the more like what I can say, it will be like prevent the order, which order is coming, that order only it will deliver. But here there is like there is no guarantee like order will be like preserved, right? So it's standard, right? Okay guys, and if you want to like FIFO, then it will be more like what I can say, like it will be more order preserving. Okay, and we can give the demo cloud take demo, something like that name we can give. Okay, SQS. And here couple of default like settings is there, like visibility timeout, how much time you want to, how many messages you want to retention period, right? Message like 4 day you want to keep, 5 day you want to keep in that queue, that part you can give. Delivery delay if you want, and receive wait time if you want to set, and maximum like message size there is a 1 KB to 256, and then receive message like there is a time between 0 to 20 second, and then delivery delay you can make it maximum 15 minutes delay. Okay, and then high throughput for FIFO queue support higher number of transaction per second per API. Okay, and then there are some queue like a dedicated scope queue per queue, and then here is the encryption. If you want to make the encryption, then you can enable it, and then here two options we have. Either you can use the AWS KMS, or maybe like default like AWS like SES SQS. Okay guys, so or maybe you can disable also. And then here like access policy basic, only queue owner who can access this. So this is the policy of that, and then select the switch source queue can be queue as the delay. So this is also disabled. Let's keep everything as disabled only, we don't want to do anything here. And if you want, you can set standard also. So let's go to create, and tag also option. Now our message is created, is SNS subscription, no topic is here. And if you go Lambda please, nothing is there. Lambda part maybe I will talk about in my next subsequent video. Monitoring, if you go there also nothing is there. Okay, now how we can send the message? So let's send and receive message here. Hi, this is demo for AWS SQS from Projecc, something like that, delay after delivery if you want, and then send the message. Now message has been sent, but here if you see receive message not yet pull. If you pull this message, you can able to see one message is available, and we pull that message. And this is the message, what message I have posted, right? That message, and then attribute if you want, you can check the details also, you can check ID, size. Okay, all these things you can check. This is how we can send the message, and we can receive the message. Now let's go to that again here, and let's go to the monitoring. Now here we can see our all this like metrics, right? We can check like how any like timeout or any number of messages is coming, those part we can check. Okay guys, so this is how we can set up this AWS SQL, and maybe in my next subsequent video I will talk about how we can configure SQS with the AWS Lambda. Okay guys, and here one more option is the start DLQ message option is there, edit, delete, and purge option is there. Purge means if you want to delete that. Okay, so let me show you. If you just click on purge, the message is not there. Nothing is there. If you also it message is purge. Okay guys, this is how we can delete also that message. And one more point guys, keep in mind, once you created this queue, right, the name and type you cannot modify. Rest of the configuration you can, if you want, you can edit, but this name of the queue and type of the queue you cannot modify once it is created. That point just keep in mind. Okay, So how we can delete this queue, let me show you that. Just select this one and then delete, click on delete, and then it will ask the confirmation, yes, confirm, then delete. Okay, I hope this session will helpful to you guys, and if you feel, request you guys to subscribe my channel and share surrounding with your friend. That will really inspire to me, that will really help to me. Okay guys, we'll see you in my next video with SQS with Lambda. Okay guys, chalo bye.